Hey guys, today I'm going to be going over the new Vortex, and it's gone through a little bit of overhaul the last year, and I'm going to be going through some of the different features and some of the things that have changed that have firstly made this boat a hell of a lot safer, and secondly just a little bit more user friendly for everyone. But I want you guys to stay to the end because there is a little bit of an announcement for this specific boat. It's had its maiden voyage with Hudson, and where he caught himself a plus 20 kilo GT. And this boat is going to be going for a very special price to anyone who comments under here, me please. These kayaks come in at about 30 kgs in total, and for their length, absolutely brilliant. So 5.6 meters, and at my heaviest I was about 115 kgs and absolutely no issues on this kayak. These kayaks are all vacuum infused, and which just means they are as light as you can possibly get them. And another very nice feature about this boat is the volume that you have on this front nose section. So what this does is when you are actually going through foamies, what's really nice is that with the volume, it actually like pops up and over the wave. Instead of going through the foamy, you're going nice and over. So if you gather a nice little bit of momentum, this extra volume makes a huge difference. So the Vortex comes standard with 4 rod holders. The 2 back ones are generally for storing your flick sticks, and then these angled ones are where you're going to be putting in for trawling for kuta, snook, tuna, whatever it is that you are targeting. Then what they've done is, if you come into these back hatches here, these are absolutely huge. And what's been added to the new Vortex is it's got a nice gel coat finish. And this is really because on the old one, the weight, the gel coat was left off for weight purposes, but in hindsight, the cleaning of these was quite difficult without the polished surface. So nice new gel coated hatches. So both front and back handles have these nice hard plastic handles, so they just sit really nicely when you are carrying them. So this little back cover is for your steering mechanism, and this is where one of the issues were. There was a screw casing that had a hole in the other side which went into the main hull. So that has been totally replaced and redone, so there's absolutely no way that water can get in through the rudder anymore. It's a totally confined separate unit that makes up the rudder. So that has been taken out of the old kayaks and reset up in the new ones. So we're flipping the kayak over. What I want you to see is there's a very slight V that sits in the center of this kayak, and also you've got very nice sharp edges on the side of this kayak. And what makes this really nice is in the surf zone, it's the same as a surfboard without any edges. Imagine that, you just slide all over the place, but with these nice sharp edges, it just helps you sit on those waves really nicely. Hold camera. So you can see the back end. This is the scuppers that suck out the water from your ski when you're paddling, and then this is your live bait well hole, which is nicely and sealed on the kayak as well. Another thing I wanted to mention about that little V and the sharp edges is when bad weather comes up, this ski just sits really nice. Doesn't get blown all over the place. It really sits nice in that wave, and you can keep your nose into the wind quite comfortably, where a flat bottom kayak just gets blown around much easier. And these boats are amazing, and especially these Vortex, they're absolutely amazing in tough conditions. All Vortex will come standard with hatches. They will be fiberglass, and they have this setup which is amazing. You've got the scratch pad on the top, and then when we open it up, this is the absolute best part, is you've got this little waterproof component. So when you're putting a fish finder in, you got a sealed unit, so you don't ever have any saltwater splashing on it or anything like this. This has been an absolute game changer for me in terms of fish finder life. You can obviously put your car keys away in here as well as your cell phone. Coming into the main hatch, also really nicely gel coated, but have a look at the size of this. Absolutely massive hatch. On the side here we have, this opens up, and this is where your transducer, you can fit your transducer. So if you open that up, you got access to your hull, and you can stick your transducer directly down there. So it just keeps all the cables away from your fishing rods. So one of the big fixes on the new Vortex is the scuppers. So the scuppers here, you'll see, is where the water gets emptied when you are paddling. And the plastic that was used was causing some delamination and obviously then causing some leaking in the boat. The new materials that have been used actually really hold nicely together with fiberglass and resin. We have 2 bungs on the boat, so we separated the main hatch from the hull, and this would empty your main hatch, and then this would empty your hull. So what's also quite nice, if there is some sort of issue with the boat, you'll always know where that leak is. Is it in the main hatch or is it in the hull? All Vortex comes standard with a scratch pad as well. It's a clear scratch pad, so yeah, it just looks really neat and well finished. Vortex also has ample straps. These ones I actually use if I flip the boat over. Very easy to flip it back with this. And then the front ones here are very nice for launching. So you actually hold this and use that to launch your boat. I'll roll some footage of the boat launching. Push, jump on like surfboard, one shot into your paddle. So all the Vortex come standard with these adjustable foot straps for if you're taller or shorter, and it's very simple. You just literally pull that up and it pops out, and you can adjust forward or back by just changing this around. And the Vortex as well, very easy steering. So on both sides here, if you have a look here, just super easy to steer the boat now. You can literally use one finger to steer. So one of the most impressive features about this is the live well. It's got an absolutely huge live well. Inside there's also now a gel coat, and not just that, it's gone from 2 plugs down to 1 plug. And the reason why is most people were only using 1 plug, which is ample space. So, and then finally on all the hatches we've got these really nice strapping systems, which they just don't break. They are super solid. So if you do go over in the surf zone, you know that all your gear is going to be safely stored away and not going to be lost because the hatch lid opens up on you. So I hope you've enjoyed me going over this kayak in details. If you have any other questions, just pop them in the comments below and I'll answer them as best as possible. This boat, so let's get to the exciting part, is going to be not given away, but sold for 17,500 Rand. So these retail at 27,000 Rand, and so you're basically going to be getting yourself pretty much 9,500 Rand off this particular boat. It's been used once, it's going back to the shop to get polished up, so it's going to look absolutely spanking new. Still got that new fiberglass smell to it. If you want this, below in the comments say me please, and then what I'll do is I'll put all those names into a draw, and then I'll let the draw go, and whoever gets that is able to purchase this for 17,500 Rand. So there we go.